Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a great start to your week. It's good to see all of you up and early, ready to go. All right, Dad is at the Eye Doctor Blues. All right, T-Man, first on and at the Eye Doctor Blues. All right, good. You can use your ears then today, Dad. Good to see you, Dad. First on this morning. Jeffrey is on and early and the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy, always on every live. You can guarantee it. Bill has been on so many times. It's good to see you, Bill. So thankful for all of you. Vicky, Queen Vic, good to see you. Rick, the Gandalf of iMusicAcademy, in on a Monday morning, able to be with us before he goes and works out. Let's see, make sure I got everybody. All right, I'm excited to tell you guys. What's up, Doug? Doug made it into the chat. So in every academy that we have, All Access, Chord Academy, and the YouTube channel, your files have been updated for A-Train. We have an Etude, and I tweaked the Etude a little bit. So what we're going to do over the next 35 minutes is we're going to go over exactly, we're going to play the Etude, but we're also going to talk about why we're doing each little section and what technique is it teaching us. So as you come in the chat, say hello. Make sure you like this video. I saw we have 4 likes before we came in. We've been averaging at least 10 on every live now. I want to see if we can do more than that this morning in our 35. So let's try to get past 10. The other thing is I want to say thank you to Robert. I hope Robert checks in. Robert made a donation to the channel, and so he said he would love any of the A-Train files, so I just sent them all to him. So Robert, you should have a link to all the A-Train files, which is about 10 or 11 right now, PDFs and video files and everything. All right, let's dig in and let's have some fun with this. So it is 2 pages long because it's a 32 bar, I believe. A-Train is 32 bars long. So the very first thing we did is this idea of the pentatonic scale, but using the minor third and the major third. This is a great tip for everybody. Like, this idea of, we're going to play the Etude as we get going, but I want to do some teaching at first. So we're not just playing notes. It's all written out, and I put fingerings for you guys where fingerings are necessary. But isn't this a fun thing where you go boom, ba da 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 da? It doesn't matter if I'm playing like a boogie woogie style. I could go up and down the keyboard. And whatever chord I'm on, F, same thing, B flat, it all works. You sometimes have to adjust your fingering just a little bit. But the idea is it's kind of pentatonic-ish, but it has the minor third to major third. So I almost think of it like my C6 kind of thing, but we also put the E flat, the E, and the D. So just a fun little way to start off the solo. So the first thing, and we go minor third to major third, and then down to that beautiful B natural, so it's the major 7 of C. I like that. As opposed to going to the A there, I like the C, the B. So bum ba da 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 da. Now the next, this is the money lick right here. This is the one you want to pay attention to. I love that idea because this melody for Take the A-Train, it goes to that sharp 4 of D, right? It's such a neat, it's the characteristic of why one of the reasons why this is so popular, this song, the melody. There it is right there, that sharp 11. So what I did here is I emphasized that and then went up the 9th and emphasized it again with the G sharp and then the 13. And then we end on the 9. How beautiful is that? So we go ba-do-da-da-da-dee-da-dum. All right, let me check on the chat because it's about to get crazy in here as we go through this Etude. I know there's somebody else to say hello to. Maybe not. Vicky, I got Vicky. Okay. I'm working on a couple different windows, but I love the chat being super active, and you guys are doing a great job of that. Okay, you can always ask questions regarding any of these licks or concepts or ideas. The next thing is this, and I really need Rick's advice on this next part. So whenever you get to a minor chord, like D minor, watch this. I can do this idea of one of the most popular ways you can do a 9 chord is go down to that major 7. I did it on the improvisation at the very beginning of this stream. And I went da 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 da. What a great thing. So I added that into the Etude. Okay, so Vance, what's up? Everybody say hey to Vance. Vance, I have some exciting news for you. And everybody, let's take a quick pause for a second. So I was mentioning Diego was in the chat. He's my newest private student online. And Diego is an amazing guy. He's doing an amazing job. He's loving his lessons. And he mentioned that on the stream the other day. And then Vance made some comment about a Christmas gig or something that he has coming up. So, Vance and iMusicAcademy, let's give a shout out to T-Man, my dad, James Taylor, the original James Taylor, who sent me money for Vance to have 2 lessons with me. 2 lessons with me, not 1 lesson with me. Now, he's my dad. He doesn't have to do that, but he does it anyway. So, yeah, promise is Diego. And Marla is in the chat as well. So listen, everybody, iMusicAcademy. My dad sponsored 2 private lessons for Vance to have with me to help him get ready for his Christmas gig. So let's give a shout out to T-Man for that, and I know that Vance is going to be excited for that. That was a huge blessing that Dad did that, but also Vance, get ready because we're going to get you ready for that Christmas gig. Good to see you, Marla, in the chat. Marla is our resident superstar at iMusicAcademy. She's really doing great with all of her jazz things, getting out there playing. Yep, you got 2 lessons coming your way. Through compliments of my dad. It's going to be fun. Marla, so good to see you. Everybody make sure you say hey to Marla. All right, and Rick, the Gandalf of iMusicAcademy, I want to tell you guys something very important. Is that we're about to dig into this minor thing. But before I do that, just let me say one quick thing. So since occasionally people will gift money towards, like, hey, I want to support the stream, and like Robert did this last weekend. It's very encouraging. But here's another thing I want you guys to think about for me is I think it's important to support younger students, even college age, high schoolers, and sometimes people just can't afford any kind of lessons, right? They're scraping by. So I'm trying to think of some way that we can maybe sponsor a few kids. I say kids, I don't mean that any disrespect. Like any younger students that can't afford maybe even to join the YouTube membership, which is the easiest way to invest in getting the ball rolling. So let's think about a way. I would do it for free if I could say, oh, this person join our YouTube channel. It doesn't work like that. You have to be a member of the Google thing. So let's think about a way, because I have a couple of students in mind that I think would really benefit from even the YouTube membership, but maybe we can think about a way where we can sponsor a couple of kids. I'm just thinking through that, and I want your help and opinion as to do that. I love to get instruments for kids and young students, and I love to teach lessons for them when I can. So let's think about ways we can level up this idea of maybe scholarshiping a couple kids to the YouTube channel, and that way they can get access to a lot of files and everything like that. And I will also contribute as well. I'm not just saying just for me to get you guys to contribute. I think it's very important, and I just want to think through that. It basically will, for the YouTube channel, it just boils down to probably me sending a couple of dollars to them so they can join the channel. All right, here we go. Awesome. Hey, George, good to see you. Everybody say hey to George. All right, now let's dig back into the lesson. So this part right here on the next part that does the minor, anytime you have the minor and you do this idea, the Etude does this right here. It goes the ninth, da 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 da, and then the flat 9 of G, and then I go here, and I do the Vance right here. Okay, so far we have this. That wasn't right. Major 7. And now you have this beautiful thing. Now here's what I want you guys to weigh in on. I took off the resolution of the E right there before you do this right here. And what I need Rick and anybody else who wants to weigh in on this idea, listen to it with the E and then listen to it without the E. Here we go. Here's without the E. Let me try it better than that. Listen to the difference. What it's doing, if I don't resolve it, if I don't go to the E, then it's like you're anticipating the E that comes right after that. And the idea is, should we keep it less busy like the way I have it? Here's the way I have it. Here's with the E, which makes a little more, little extra notes. What do you like better? I'm worried that if we add the E, I will give you my 2 cents, is that as we speed this thing up, that we're going to get lost of it's just go, 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 and no space at all. So if we go, again. Let's turn on the track and see how that's coming along. 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2, and 3, and 4. What is the last one? You mean like it without the second E? Okay, good. Well, then I did. Let's see what Rick says. You like the E included? Yeah, you are flexible. Rick, you guys got to come to an agreement there. Yeah, so I think as we speed this thing up, and we're kind of at a medium tempo right now, if we speed it up, let me just speed it up just a little bit. We're going to get through this etude, so just hang in there. Let me speed it up. All right. I'll add the E and show you how busy it is as you go. Oh, wait, that starts to play the melody. I don't know. I think it could work both ways. Oh, Doug likes it with the E. All right, let's try it again with the E. 2, 3, 4. Why did that not? I feel like that's the second time, and I felt like I played the note and it didn't sound. It makes me worried my keyboard's getting messed up. Here we go. All right, I'll let you vote one more time. Here's with and without, and then we'll move on. 1, 2, ready, go. With. If I play it right. All right, fine. All right, I'll add it back in, everyone. All right, let's keep going down the PDF. I really am liking the way this etude is turning out. The next part is very simple. It does C down to B. So we're outlining the C triad. I go 1. Really cool technique. I go 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then it goes ba da da. Vance says without. That's pretty funny, Vance. Da, da, da. Tell us how you really feel. All right, the next part. Let's do. Ba-da-da, 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 ba-da-ba. And then we do this augmented triad. Sometimes you'll hear me play when we get to this right here on the second chord of A train. You have this idea of this right here, this G sharp, but you could actually play whole tone scale. A whole tone scale is just going up by whole steps, right? All day long of whole steps. And so what I did here is something that I feel like Duke Ellington would do. It's like D, F sharp, and I do an augmented triad. Now, an augmented triad, everybody stay with me. If I do these notes right here, and I do a D triad, and then I do it augmented. To augmented is to raise the fifth note up a half step. Now watch this. If I do an D augmented triad and an E augmented triad, which is, there's a triad and there's your augmented triad, notice that a whole tone scale, that's all it is. It's either a D augmented triad or an E augmented triad. As I go up, that's still D augmented triad, and that's still E augmented triad, right? So two triads give you the whole tone scale. Okay, and that's kind of important with what's coming up after this. Now, on this augmented triad, or this D7 lick, I did this 1 2 1 2, and I like the fingering 3 there. But what's happening at the top is I do C with my fourth finger and then my pinky on D, and you can do the octave if you want. And actually, I did this where I go on the Etude we have. But I think what might actually sound better is if we anticipate, if I rewrite the and with the left hand, so it would sound like this. So I anticipate the D chord. So I think I'm going to make that adjustment as well. Rick says, oh, well, Rick, isn't that amazing to think about that does? Rick's getting it. Yeah, it kind of blows your mind when you start thinking about that. And then what's to come, Rick, is going to really make it sound amazing. I also, I have to tell you guys, at the end of the lesson, I'm going to tell you something that I just found out about, and I've been teaching for a long time, and I just found out today something that I can't believe I didn't know. I'm going to tell you guys, and somebody will remind me as we're saying goodbye on this lesson. And it's going to blow your mind, Rick, if you're able to hang around. All right, so the next line does this. Yeah, watch this. Da, 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 da. Now, notice this right here. It's a D minor 7, right? Which is pretty easy, pretty harmless, right? D minor 7, D, F, A, C. And so I'm starting a half step below, ba, da, da, but then it gets back under our chord tones. 1 and 2 and 3 and then we do an enclosure on the B, the G chord, right? Really important to everybody to be closing in your thirds. All right, now what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to play the Etude exactly as it is, but I'm going to use some of the concepts we've been doing for a second. I want to just settle in. You don't have to learn this Etude note for note right away. You can play the melody a little bit. And augmented triad. See, I use it in a different spot. Let me do that again. And augmented. See, I can use that there every time if I want to. All right, now watch this. When I play this right here and I go, the intro, right, that we worked on last week, it is in your folder. Everybody has the intro. But watch this. If I go here, notice that this right here is my whole tone scale. That's where this idea, another thing, a characteristic thing of Take the A Train is this idea of this whole tone, beautiful sharp 11 sound or flat fifth, whatever you want to think. It's just whole tone notes. That's what makes this so nice. Da-da. It's a C triad in the second inversion. You can even use that in your improvisation. Maybe I do the melody at first and I go. There it is, boom. octave. All right, watch this D triad and E triad. All right, let's dig back into the Etude. Isn't that fun that Rick, when you guys are improvising on this, you can play the melody first. And play the whole tone scale on that second thing, or you can do the intro of Take the A tune, or you can play just the D octave, D augmented triad, or the E. And it's about to get even more interesting coming up. Okay, let's dig into the next part. So we have this thing that goes da 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 ba da bum, enclosing the third. I wonder if Marla's still in the building. I want her to see and make sure she understands this little idea of enclosing my thirds. I really want to get that into her playing and everyone's playing, is this idea of da da da. Let me turn on the track really quickly. We're doing great on our time. Let's just say I was going to enclose my thirds. And I go. Here's that. Again. All right. Here we go. All right, Marla's getting it. Very good. So Marla, when I'm doing this, I'm just going ba da dee bum, a dee da dee bum, ba da da bum, a be da da bum. Yeah, that's okay. Right. I understand, Marla. You and all of us, we're always in a zone where we have to practice these things. So this right here, everybody, really lock in what I'm going to show you here. Okay, watch this. When I go ba da 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 bum. This, Marla, is a great way to get going with these on the major chord, right? We go ba da 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 3 5 4 2 3 1. If you guys understand it, got it in the chat, because now I'm going to go up to D and do the same thing for D major. Ba da 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 bum bum da 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 bum. And then even on D minor, I could just go back to the first one. Do da 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 da. Okay, this is the first one I want you to get. Rick's got it. Ba-da-da-da-da. Imagine how nice, I mean, on F, on B flat, E flat. And whatever you're not good at, spend time on that one. Like maybe you don't do A flat. Get up into those keys. You can do 2 different kinds of fingerings. You can go 3 5 4 2 3 1. Do-da-da-da-da. But I could go 2 4. Do-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Work on the ones you're not good at. D flat. Maybe you've never done D flat and you get the triad. Maybe you're a beginner and you just get C, and then you just work to say, I would love to get C, F, and G, which are going to feel really comfortable. Okay, that's great. So then the next part of this Etude coming up is going to tell you what to do on minor to kind of get that enclosure feel. All right, the next thing we're going to do is let's keep going down here. We have this, which we just did at the bottom of the page. There's my enclosure. And then watch what it does. It goes da da ba da bum, da da ba da bum. That's just C triad up to the second. Now, the next part, listen to how, Marla, this is a game changer. You have the sheet music. You're ready to go. I want you to go the 4th note of your minor chord down to the minor third. And then you go up and enclose. You're kind of surrounding. You're not doing an enclosure by a half step, but you're going to get to the third of C. And then it does. Okay, that's the next part of this. let's see if I can turn on the track and play that right. The next page, the last page, you guys are going to absolutely love. Please hang around to the end. Okay? 2, 3, 4. It's not pulled up yet. I messed that up. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. All right, that's the end of the Etude. Let's start working on the second page. This is where it really gets fun. Let me stop this. So part of last week's training, we said, okay, you do an F chord. We did this in C. So Barry Harris, you go C6, and you go D minor. C6 to D diminished, and then C6, D diminished, C6, D diminished. So that's a fun thing to do, and whenever you're on a C chord, watch me do this in C so you guys can understand. If I'm doing a C chord, and I'm hanging on the C chord for a while, I can go C and D diminished to C, D diminished, C. So it's like I'm adding this little idea of here. You can go, it's like going from a 1 chord to a 5 chord with a flat 9. 1 to G7 flat 9. So it's just neat that you can take, if you're on a chord for a while, you can superimpose the 5 chord and you do diminish, and now it becomes a flat 9. I'm in C right now, but watch this. And we're just doing block chords right now, not drop 2. Okay, so watch what happens up here if I do the same thing on F. If we're on the F chord, what's a whole step up from F? It's G diminished. So watch this, F6 to G diminished. That's G, B flat. How do you do a diminished chord, a diminished 7th? It's all minor thirds. 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 up, and there's your G diminished. So we have this. And all I'm doing is F6, G diminished, F6, G diminished. And I wrote it out for you. And then it does this. And here's the magic right here, Rick and everybody. I put that in there for you guys. The whole tone scale with a very cool idea. And I like the fingering. 5, I can go back and add this fingering. 5, 1, 3, 5, 4, 2, 1, 5, 1. I'm sorry, 5, 1, 3, 5, 4, 2, 1. Yeah, I'll do the same thing over. Yep, I love it when Rick writes in the chat F6 to G diminished. Now, if you're a beginner, you're kind of just now getting into jazz, do not be afraid of this concept right here. It takes repetition and getting used to. It's 2 chords. It's F6, and you just get used to playing this. Also looks like a D minor 7 if you ask me. But then G diminished. And then back here is F6, same notes, and then G diminished. Oh, that really looks like a D minor 7. It's still F6. Again, so I go, here's the way the Etude is written. 2 and 3 and 4 and then we had this. Now, I want Marla especially to get this part right here. Marla, when we're doing starting on the root, we're doing the minor scale going up, right? The first 5 notes of D Dorian. And then what are we doing? This enclosure that I've been wanting you to really work on is this. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. And then I come down chromatically, and then it ends perfectly on the E, which is the third of C. So we have those 2 measures. And we go ba da da da. Now, before we go on to the very last part of this song, I want you guys to know that this idea right here is great. Put it in another key. Do you see how amazing that can be if you spend time even on the first one? So I'm going, okay, that's a minor scale going up. And then there's the third. I enclosed exactly what I want Marla and everyone to be doing, to enclose those thirds. And then you're going to come down chromatically to the root of G. So, and then go down a whole step. Awesome, Marla loves the sound. I knew you would. Okay, now let's go into the next part, which was a collective effort. In Take the A Train, one of the things it does, it goes bum ba ba da 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 da. I'm sorry, it does bum ba da. Let me think of the line. Oh, it's just a scale. Bum. I'm not doing the rhythm right. Da 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 da. That's it. It's like a drum break. It's just major scale. Okay, so we decided instead of doing that, we would do da 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 da. Chattanooga Choo Choo, or also known as Cat That Chewed Your New Shoes. Is that the cat that chewed your new shoes? So we decided on that. We're gonna go ba da da dum, and we go ba da 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 bum ba. Instead of ba da, we're going ba da 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 da. So I'm putting the whole tone back in. We're changing it a little bit right here. And then back to the melody. And at the very end of the song, we do this. Little Ray Charles, right? And I actually notated this out for the Ray Charles part. You just practice this. We go 1. And remember to get this right here, you have to practice 1, 2, 2, 4, 5. And slide down your third finger. And that just takes repetition. Cat that chewed your new shoes. Yeah, I'm learning way too much about all this. I remember my dad telling me that before I was even maybe a musician. All right, so let's go over the end again. It goes da 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 dum, ba da 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 ba da 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 da. 2 and 3 and 4, 1. And then it go bump. We're about to turn on the track and see how much of this we can play. And then let me make sure I covered everything. Yeah, I do like bump as another option you could do. And you could actually put that anywhere. If I go, let me turn on the track. I'll start with that. 2 and 3 and 4. Bum, ba da da ba 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 da. Let me stop this for a second. Yeah. All right. So watch this. Notice how you can use all of these ideas in different parts of the song, right? When I did this right here, I went. Another thing I can do is I could go I did bum ba da 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 ba da 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 da. It's chromatic down. I did that. The other thing is I did the da 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 da. I did Ray Charles right there, even though it's on the end of the song. Let's see. Cat that chews your new shoe. Love the sound. Love the diminished. Yeah, let's get the train on the track. Oh, wait a second. There we go. All right, now let's dig in a few more. Y'all don't really need to see me, but it's my way of sort of connecting with you guys. Here we go. I'll play the Etude in just a minute, just showing you how these things work anywhere. Yard work. So, just for fun, I put a little bit of going to do some yard work. Going to do some yard work. Jeffrey's always here. Jeffrey, you can always count on Jeffrey. All right, so in just a minute, I'm going to tell you guys the thing that I learned today that I didn't know, even for as long as I've been teaching. And so I'm excited to tell you guys that. And we'll do a quick recap of this. Just give me an extra 5 minutes. It's 37 after. Let's say 45. Can we do that? Can we go to 45 today? I'm having way too much fun as usual. Let's play this a couple more times, and see if I can stick sort of to the Etude, which I kind of feel like I, for the most part, did. 1, 2. Here we go. And 2 and 3 and 4. Now let's do our own thing. We're going to do... Now watch this. Going to do some yard work. How about Memphis? So all of those ideas from the intro to this and the other one intro. Oh, and even you can do that anywhere. Yard work in the rain. That sounds like one of Bob's songs. Yes, that is definitely sounds like a Bob song. All right, I've got 5 more minutes, right? So let me just do this again. Let's do it one more time of giving you ideas. So enclosures. Going to do some yard work. Enclosure on the 3rd of F, even on D. All right, here we go. I'm a little bit tempted. We've been doing the augmented like this and only putting the C at the top. I'm wondering if we could do... Nah, that might be too hard. All right, let me give you guys one flashy bonus tip. So with Diego, I was showing him a lot of things you can do. Like, I love the idea of, all right, lock in. Everybody put lock in the chat. Let's see how many. If I get 5 lock-ins, I'm going to give you guys something really fun and flashy to work on, and then we're gonna wrap it up. And I'm going to tell you that other one fun thing. Put flashy in the chat. And I know you're going to do it, so here we go. We'll start talking about it. So C in the second inversion, my favorite triad, right? We know that. And if I go minor third to major third, so there it is right there, minor third to major third, and there's that. And then I come down here and I do F sharp, and then I play a C triad again. So remember how important the tritone is. Like when I think of Oscar Peterson, all these fun things that Oscar Peterson, all those tritones, that was probably one of the first coolest things I remember listening and hearing that Oscar Peterson would do, is that tritone interval and how awesome it was. Now watch this. Okay, okay guys, Jim, then work tomorrow. Oh man, everybody say goodbye to Rick. He's got to go. He's got to go work out. He's got to work tomorrow. All right, Rick, don't worry. You'll be able to catch the replay. All right, now watch this, everyone. So here's the trick. And all I'm doing is 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2. And I'm doing just a C triad, approaching it with the third, and then F sharp. Now it's fun and it's flashy, but you can also go... There's so many ways you can do it. It's just a C triad going down a half step. C triad with the G going down a half step. Half step. Aren't those kind of fun? All right, let me just turn to the track and I'll show you what I mean. This is just flashy and fun. You can go. All right, let's do it again. Here we go. Or I could go. And another thing, you love that. Okay. Another last thing, there's always one more thing with me. I realize that and realize it's a problem. But from Blues Volume 1, this idea right here, and it's normally in C, you could do that in F. And it's really just 2 or 3 shapes together. It's this. So just for fun, if you want to go old school, you could do that. Right? All right. Here we go. 2 and 3. If I go 2 and 3 and 4. Hey, I'm glad I didn't get one police car this morning. So, all right, guys, we'll wrap it up. The first step is to admit you have a problem. That's very true. That's very true. All right, we have 4 likes. That's pretty bad. I will refresh in a minute. We have 8 people watching. It's good to see all of you. I'm going to give my shout outs. Everybody, let me know. I'm going to add the E back into the Etude. And Vance, again, a shout out to Dad for hooking you up with those lessons. I'm always very thankful for the generosity of our community. You guys are amazing. Thank you again, Robert, for donating to the channel. You now have access to the A-Train folders. And for all of you in Chord Academy, All Access, and YouTube membership, I'm going to just update the Etude. It'll look exactly the same in about an hour. No, actually in about 10 minutes. It'll look the same, but it's the corrected version that has the E natural. So we go, our friend Bipolar calls this song Trump's theme song. Pardon me, boys. Yes, that's right. Yeah, shout out to T-Man. Oh, thank you, Bill. All right, here's what I learned. Thank you. I'm glad Bill is on it. Bill, thank you for reminding me. Here's what I learned. Out of all my years from teaching, I did not know this. And I want to know if it's not just me. Okay, so watch this. Vance says, so are you coming to my house? No, you're coming to mine. All right, everybody lock in, okay? And like this video and comment if you knew this or if you didn't know this. So I teach all of the how to read music. Like, it's super important. If you can read, you can do anything. I tell kids and adults all the time. FACE, those are the spaces. Every good boy does fine, all the lines. Good boys do fine always, lines on the bass clef. All cars eat gas, all cows eat grass, for the spaces. I teach them 2 lines up on the treble clef is C, and 2 lines down below is always C, right? I teach so many shortcuts. And if I need a kid to understand ledger lines, I'm like, okay, there's your C, 2 lines down is C, 2 lines up. And we rarely go higher than that, right, with students. Here's what I did not know. The top of the treble clef ledger lines. Now, I always do like, oh, an airplane lives up there, and a ghost lives on the top thing. airplane, and then you're at 2 lines. I did not know, I feel like I need a drum roll. I did not know that the top lines are the bottom lines reversed. All cows, the treble clef, all cows eat grass, A-C-E-G on the treble clef is the same as the spaces A-C-E-G for the left hand. And then it's reversed. The lines going down of every good boy does fine. It's the same thing going down. I'm sorry. It's spelling face going down. It's spelling face going down. It's the spaces going down. So in the treble clef, F-A-C-E going down. Let me make sure I have that right. That's not right. It is F-A-C-E, but you have to think about it going up. F-A-C-E. F-A-C-E. Isn't that amazing? That's crazy. Vance, that's the line of the day. Vance says, I didn't know that, and I still don't. That's just because I'm not explaining it right. I'm going to do it one more time. So, Marla, now you know that 2 lines down below the bass clef is C, but now we know F-A-C-E is the left-hand ledger lines. So the one closest to the bass clef is E, right? So F-A-C-E. So next time you're looking at a sheet of music, you see that F-A-C-E. Like we know that 3 lines down is A. We learn that kind of stuff. But think about the treble clef for a second. And you say, all right, A, C, E, G for our ledger lines going up, right? That's the exact same thing as the spaces. All cows eat grass. Isn't that amazing? A-C-E-G, all cows eat grass. That is crazy. I cannot believe I did not know that. I have all my little tricks that I teach them. Now, it is super easy to say, if you really want to find out where you are and you're looking at ledger lines, 2 lines up is C, 2 lines down is C. And then you could go up from there, C, E, G, we know. Anyway, I just didn't put all that together. All right, if you've had a good lesson, let me know. If you're enjoying your Etude. Bill said that, Doug said he loves the Etude. I think it's shaping up nicely. You guys have your backing tracks at different tempos as well. So make sure you check those out. And Vance, what I need you to do is you don't have to download Zoom, but it probably would be a good thing to do. All right, Marla said adding the F at the bottom does help. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a different way to think about this, isn't it? I love it. And I'm going to start using that. F-A-C-E, and then all cars eat gas on your top ledger lines. That'll really help you out as well. What a fun lesson. What a great way to start off the week. Thank you to all of my Academy. It's free. You don't have to have it, I don't think. But just download it. It's free. And then let's schedule your lesson. We don't want to do FaceTime or anything like that for our lesson. And we need it to be interactive. So again, shout out to Dad for gifting Vance some lessons. We're going to get him ready for Christmas time is here. And just so you guys know, at iMusicAcademy, get ready because we always do a Christmas boot camp. And it's coming up. We'll do nothing but awesome Christmas tunes. On Mary's lap is sleeping. What child is this who lay to rest? On Mary's lap is sleeping. Whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. What's up? Everybody say hey to Diego before we get off this live. All right, Christmas time is here. It's about to be. Oh, you're doing Christmas time is here? Well, good. So what we'll do, Marla, is you'll have access. I'll make sure that you have access. Vance would love for you to have access to his lesson. Yeah, we could do Christmas time is here. Be one of the ones we do. Awesome. Yep, Diego's doing great in his lessons. And I might do an office hours this week just to kind of go on sometime during the middle of the day. I was sending out an email of when I'm going to go live sometimes. I don't know what was. So what I'm saying is we're gonna do, so whatever I teach Vance, I'll do a video to show Marla what we're doing, and so everybody will be able to see it. Because you just have to pick out your songs, Vance, that you want to learn. We're good. Yeah, you need to get back to work. Yeah, we're done. It is. I'm talking about, we're gonna do a recap of everything. I need you to download Zoom. It'll be one-on-one private. But I always do a recap video with all my students. I say, here's what we did. Here are the voicings. Here's what you're going to practice. And then it's up to you to practice. Yeah, there are other ways to do it if you don't want to do Zoom. Yeah. Hey, Marla, just so you know, you're an All Access member. We do a Christmas boot camp, and everybody will have access to all. I mean, you're automatically in. So I would like to know which songs that you want to do as well. This is sort of an office hours. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm about to say goodbye to everyone, but if there's a particular Christmas song that you want to do. Is it really, Jeffrey? That's not good. I'll trim this video up, by the way. Marla, give me one other song and then I'm out. What's one of your Christmas songs you want to do? Oh. A Christmas waltz? A Christmas song? Sure, we can do that. Lots of nice little key changes. Yeah, that's a good one. What? What? Bum, uh, uh, I've heard that one before. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. I can't remember the rest of the way. I'll listen to that one. My favorite things. That's a good one. We can do that. Christmas waltz. Somebody make a screenshot of this so we can write them down. It's starting to come to me. Oh, thank you very much, Vance. I'm really looking forward to our lesson. Vance, let's set that up this weekend. We'll do a lesson this week and we'll do a lesson next week. And Thursday would be a great day, but I could probably do it another day if that works better for you. And we'll get you set up for your Christmas gig that you're going to film and stream live for us. All right, let me say goodbye to everyone. I'm way overdue, but it's been fun hanging around. Dad at the Eye Doctor's Blues. Jeffrey, good to see you. Bill, always interacting in the chat. Vicky, Queen Vic, the queen of iMusicAcademy, thank you for being here. Rick is out working out, of course, trying to one-up us. Doug, good to see you. Thank you for being a member, everyone. And Doug, thank you for being a member of the YouTube channel. Vance, thanks for being an elite member of the YouTube channel. Marla, thank you for being an all-access member and an amazing superstar of iMusicAcademy. I hope I got everybody. George, Chord Academy member and YouTube member. Thank you so much, George. Doug, let's see. Let me make sure I got it. Man, this chat has been active. Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy. Hey, Marla, I know it's early for you at times. Thank you so much. I love it when you come in the chat. Diego's working. I know he's listening in. Diego, proud of you, man. Keep it up. You're doing great. Christmas song. Yeah, somebody make sure you put all of those songs that you mentioned are great. I Saw Mommy Kiss the Santa Claus. Sure, we can do that. All right, bye, everyone.